Alright, I've got an article from buyingthecomics.com here. Harrison Ford admits Indiana Jones is not so strong, not so brave, not so attentive in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That sounds exactly like what you want from an Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, he's a big piece of shit now. Hey, great, come see the movie. They're talking about a video from YouTuber Price of Reason. Ford, alongside his co-star Phoebe Waller-Bridge, spoke with Fandango, where they provided a ton of information about the characters in the film. This is where he gives the quote. Because it says at first, blah blah blah, he's older, the students aren't so keen on his stuff, yada yada yada, and everything. And they're asked about their characters and stuff, and Harrison said those are great. Joanne playing a character, great writing, from the past and stuff. But now we're taking him into the twilight of his career, of his life and career. We're seeing him not so strong, not so brave, and not so attentive, but about to go on a grand adventure with a very fascinating set of compatriots and adversaries. Then Price of Reason says, "Is it just me, or just sound not very promising? I mean, how can Indiana Jones suddenly be some miserable, washed-up man that's not brave anymore? Him being old doesn't automatically mean he has to be a bum." Which is exactly true. It's dead on accurate. They talk some about Kathleen Kennedy likes to tear down heroes, specifically male heroes, which is completely true. Says, and Price of Reason says it's just so repetitive and stupid at this point. We've already seen this with Star Wars, we've seen it with Willow, and now I guess it's Indiana Jones' turn. Exactly right. Then it talks about the official synopsis, yada yada yada, directed by Mangold, all this stuff. Film arrives on June 30th, well, which means we're a month away basically. I mean, it's a long ways out basically, but Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 50% for the critics. Then obviously not the audience score yet, which the audience score is going to be complete shit anyway, because the movie seems like shit. But 50% from the critics, it's not looking good, because that's not going to go skyrocketing up. If anything, it's going to go down a little more, or it might go up a little more. It depends. I don't want to be presumptive, but we're looking at more than likely it's going to stay between 40 to maybe 60, and more than likely in the 45 to 55 range. Not great. I mean, it's the lowest out of any of the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, obviously it's not going to hold a candle to stuff like Raiders of the Lost Ark or whatever. But I mean, even like the Crystal Skull, because you're starting to see that kind of retroactive reconsideration of Crystal Skull, where people are like, saying, "Hey, I thought, like I was so wrong about Crystal Skull. It's so much better than I remembered." It's like, yeah, compared to this shit. Because I mean, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the trailers or not, but or heard any of the stuff about it. But God, there's like reviews where they talk about Indy's cowering in the corner while he's being belittled by his goddaughter, which is Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character. It just sounds terrible. To be honest, if you're an Indiana Jones fan, you're not gonna want to watch this shit. Not at all. I mean, this freaking sounds terrible. And Mangold's a good director. I mean, like obviously it mentions Ford versus Ferrari, Logan, all that kind of stuff. But it's like, dude, just whatever it was here, studio interference, whether it was Kathleen Kennedy, whether it was just Disney overall, I don't know. But it just seems freaking terrible. And it's like, I don't want to see this shit. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I'm starting to ramble a little bit. It's just not so strong, not so brave, not so attentive. Like, yeah, there you go. Sell me on your movie. But anyway, like I said, I'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.